All right, let's do it, David. What do you got?
So I'm going to start with something funny here because I always love stuff that comes from a Super Bowl or championship parade. But first of all, it must be nice to be a Super Bowl champion when you're Patrick Mahomes and you go to the porta potty, you walk out of the porta potty, and you get a standing ovation. That just comes from, I guess, being a champion.
Or either that or they didn't
MVP.
believe that he could do it because, they doubted him the entire time.
Well,
Nobody believed.
That was a message during the entire parade. But this was very funny to me, and I retweeted this out. Did you happen to see what happened to the rookie defensive back during the parade? Well, he was on one of the team buses, and he began chugging the Hennessy, just taking it to the head, finishing off the bottle.
Yes, these stories always end well.
Well, you're right. It ended well because at the end of the day, you see a picture of him in a wheelchair as they are wheeling him away to take him home. He had a little bit too much to drink.
So he pulled the Tom Brady. Hey, you know what? I'm going to toss the trophy from boat to boat, and I'm going to stagger out of here. Yeah.
Oh, it was outstanding to watch, and I retweeted it, Hatchet971. I'm sure the ticket will retweet that.
Yeah,
just
I
so
remember.
People can see the picture.
Well, I remember Draymond's first title. Yep.
Okay,
Nope.
that's enough. Here's my thing. You might be able to pull that off with whiskey, maybe vodka, depending on your level of veteran drinker skills like Roberto. The point is, I don't know how anyone can chug cognac. That is a sipper of all sipper. That is just pain. And there ain't no mixer in there.
Well, he may have been sipping, but it was an all-day sip.
Well, David's talking about he took it to the dome.
He did not sip this.
Not a great idea.
Not a great idea. Here's something that may be a great idea for maybe the Lions here, because James Bradbury spoke, cleaning out their locker. You know how they usually do. The media talks to him, and they're asking him his percentage of what's important to him. He's a free agent in the offseason, and he says he take it case-by-case scenario, but I do know two things. Probably the most important to me is being on a good roster and having the ability to get to the playoffs. Now, I say Detroit because I think Detroit would be a good fit for him, but what is an ideal fit for this type of guy? He wants to get paid. He was only on a one-year deal last year.
Right. The only reason he was there is the Giants had to let him go, not because they wanted to, because we couldn't afford him. David, I'll always tell you, it's if a player's on a good team and has had real success in that scheme, the best fit is right there at home. Mm-hmm. The best fit is to take a little less and stay where you are. Yes, he's going to be a $12, $13 million player, minimum. But your best bet is to stay right there.
Yeah.
But again, someone will reach out, pay him $15 million, and now next thing you know, you're playing for Tennessee and you're going 6-11.
I was about to say, you get overpaid, you make the money, but you're not winning, so are you happy? If you take a little bit less, it's right up there now. What is you really can't buy, but you have a chance to win and to continue winning. You stay where you're at.
Speaking of stay where you're at, ESPN's Jordan Renan reported Thursday that Daniel Jones is basically about to become not Danny Dimes, but Danny Dollars. Come in at over $35 million per season. I think this is part of what you just said, though, Mike. You fit in the scheme. Yeah. You're doing well in the scheme. Stay there.
And basically, look, as a Giants fan, okay, I can remove myself and go, all right, NFL-wise, they've paid him like Jared Goff. Okay? That's not a crime. You have to lose the illusion of the number. Like, oh, my God, 35. Joe Burrow's going to make 55.
At some point, every quarterback's going to be the highest paid or in the top 5.
Now, how many years did they sign?
It's not official yet. It's just being reported that that's where probably the number will come.
Look, if they signed him 3 at 100 with an AAV of 33.3, but 35 up front first 2, and they guarantee most of the deal. Look, I'm okay. I have to be okay with that because here's your other option. Go into the wilderness or draft a quarterback and pray to God that they're any good. Pay to Piper. And if it works, and if Daniel Jones is a Goff-like QB, you're actually saving $12, $15, $20 million a year at the position for the next few years. That's the deal. And Lion fan, you're in the same spot. Been out of shape because Jared Goff's making $32 million. He could be the second best QB in the NFC if Rodgers leaves the darkness cabin and goes to the AFC.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how that is working out for him.
We'll see. And I actually have
Where does he go
Let's
to
cut live to Aaron Rodgers.
Where does he go to the bathroom?
And doesn't matter because he can't see.
I'm talking functionally.
Right. It doesn't matter because, you know.
Okay. Probably best we just keep going.
And I was going to get to something else, but I'll finish it off with that. Let me get to Aaron Rodgers real quick because Tiki Barber spoke. Aaron Rodgers was on McAfee complaining about the NFL insiders not being in his circle and not knowing anything. So Tiki kind of went off and said that if Aaron Rodgers doesn't want people talking about him, then basically stop talking.
That's
right.
right.
And then he says that for him to get offended by it, he's not going to handle the intensity of the New York mediascape.
Nailed it.
Do you okay? So you believe
100%.
Because, David, he's turned himself into the sports equivalent of a Kardashian.
Yes.
Where I crave attention, but I don't want you following me, knowing everything about me. Oh, but by the way, I'll be at the mall at 3 o'clock, so bring your cameras.
No, Tiki's right. Rico and I have had these conversations. I want him with the Jets, not because it's going to work, because I think it would be daily theater, and I do radio for a living. No, going to New York and doing the stuff he does.
I think he quit.
Well, you know what? I'd be here for it. Where Aaron Rodgers should go is Vegas, because everything's a show. Everything's a bit.
Yes, in Vegas, he'd have his own residency. I told you, it's where all the singers go at the tail end of their career. How is this any different?
Right, he's basically Boys to Men.
Right. He's Tony Braxton.
Is Tony Braxton in Vegas?
She was.
She sure was.
What about Celine Dion?
She was there. Britney Spears. They're all there. You don't think Beyonce?
Katy Perry.
Usher's there right now.
Right. Has been central.
Beyonce will have a Vegas residency tour.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But I tell you, Usher's got a pretty good thing going, considering he hasn't had a hit in ages.
Yeah, you're right about
Yeah,
that.
you know what I mean? People still know who he is, but yet you don't record music.
But you know what, Mike? Here's the thing about that. Musicians, once you get a couple of big hits, most of them just kind of fall off. That's why I always respected Prince, because he kept coming back.
Well,
Yeah, relabeling the same garbage.
Oh, he never did. He's got a catalog that's
Where's
still
his
there.
residency?
It's at Paisley Park.
well, I do not want to finish off football today like that, but I have to.
Yeah, no, we can't. Guy, that's really not the way we want to end it.
That is it.
Colts quarterback. All right, that's football today.